ready for Jay's MCU Love Fest. Monday Night Live. What is up, Defects? It is good to be back on a Monday night. Me and Jay took the week off last week. There was a couple legends, some legends on the Defects channel last week with Guy Forge. But we're back. I don't know what went down last week, but I'm glad it's over. That's all I got to say. That's all I got to say. I am glad it's over. A packed show tonight. It's not going to be a super long show, but we got a lot to cover. But before we get into any of that, I'm going to say what up to my boys. I will start at the bottom of the screen. Coming from Comertage, Guy Forge. What's up, brother?
Live on Monday night. What is up, Defects? Very excited to be hanging with the boys again. Those jabronis last week were too much to handle. So had to have the boys come back, and happy to be here. Happy to be with you fellas, and happy to be with all of you in the chat. Let's get it started. Let's go.
Butch.
Rangers are losing 6-2. I'm not happy. I'm in a pissed off mood, so let's get it rolling.
So you know what that means. This could be fun. Guys, yes, there will be spoilers at some point tonight. So if you haven't seen the Multiverse of Madness yet, we will definitely give you a heads up when it's coming up. We will scroll a spoiler thing at the bottom of the screen, so you'll know. You jump out for like 15-20 minutes, you'll miss all the spec books, but hey, you won't be spoiled. But there's a lot of stuff that has nothing to do with Doctor Strange tonight, so stick around for that. We're going to be talking, the first thing we're going to do is we're going to be talking about Jeehyung Lee's Gumaa, new comic book created by Jeehyung Lee. We got a preview of it. We're going to talk about it. We're going to show some art. It's a Kickstarter that's actually coming out tomorrow. We have a little guest coming on for a few minutes to talk about the swap, the 3 Men in the Basement comic book swap that's this weekend. We're going to cover that real quick. Going to get into Doctor Strange 2 spec books, and then, of course, the new comic book day show with CBSI. So,
Jay, I'm just going to say it right now. I put Joey in timeout.
Just right off the bat,
you want to be a dickhead and fuck with the Rangers. That's what happens to you.
Oh,
so
he said go Penguins. Get
the fuck out of here.
I do
like
see
what?
that.
I don't like. Have some respect.
He's from Pennsylvania. I mean, what do you?
I don't care.
I mean, if you were jumping his chat and it was 6-2 Rangers, what would you say?
I wouldn't say go Rangers. That's his chat.
Jay would.
So 100%.
100%.
Fuck Sidney Crosby, that bit, a whole bunch of stuff.
I hate Sidney, bitch.
Oh God. So before we get into any of this, you guys got anything to say, or we're just jumping right in?
Let's go.
Jay's getting warmed up. So.
Let's get fired up.
Fired up. All right. So I'll give you guys a little background, and then we're going to jump into it. We'll go around the horn. So Jeehyung Lee reached out to us. Awesome artist. You probably know some of his work. I'll show a little bit of it right now. Two of the more famous covers, Jay, would you say?
Absolutely. That
From
Ghost
him?
Spider is fired, dude.
That Ghost Spider absolutely went crazy. It still goes for a sweet premium and a 9.8. The Virgin, fantastic. So
Wait, hold on. Did you hear what Matt said? He reached out to us. We made it.
We made it. We apparently. He's definitely reached out to a few channels, some Instagram, some YouTubes, but it was nice to hear from him. And just got the mic again.
I ain't touching my fucking mic. If you can't hear me, tough shit. Anybody in the chat, sorry for you.
Just talk louder.
I'll talk loud. How about that?
There you go. So, he wanted to get awareness out. This is his first comic book, written. Obviously, the art, but the pencils and the ink are by, you know what? I don't know how to say the name. I have it written down, so when I get to that slide, I'll say it. So don't worry, I won't butcher it too bad. So, Gumaa. Let's just get into it. I'll show the cover A. So there it is. The pencils and the inks are by Zab SD Zetro. Couldn't really say that, so I had to phonetically spell it for myself. Jay's fixing his mic apparently. Said he wasn't gonna, but he's doing
it. How do I sound?
Now you're super loud.
Well, you know what? Now deal with it.
Turn the gain down just a little
Jesus
bit.
Christ.
Jesus Christ.
You're blowing out eardrums all across America.
Too loud.
You didn't say anything.
I know he's too loud because I can hear the background.
So, guys, stick around. Gumma review, and there's a giveaway. We're giving away covers 1, 2, and 3 of Gumma. So, a little background. All right, written and created by Jeehyung Lee, pencils and inks by Sabasti Zitro. Gumma means exorcism in Korean. Okay, so here is the solicitation. Kaleida was trapped in the 1980s, a world of drugs and prostitution. Right off the bat, Jay was in. He was all in after that first line. Good. Lucille controls her world. Surviving involves so many choices as those around her give in to the pressures of this hell. Kaleida tries to buy their way out of the crime syndicate known as Lucille, her masters. What decisions does Kaleida make that leads to her beginning, the Gumma, and provides her the power to fight back against the demons roaming the streets at the turn of the century? Anybody want to start? Like we got, like I said, we got issue 1 to read, to do a quick review. So who wants to start?
I'll start. I'll start it off. Can everybody hear me first of all?
Yes.
All right, perfect. Guys, these are what these artists and writers are going to start doing now. They're going to start promoting their own stuff because there's no way in hell DC or Marvel will a story like this go down. Like Matt said, it jumps right into like a prostitution sex ring. And it was a phenomenal read, and the art is phenomenal. It started off, you're just kind of like, what's going on? And then it jumps right into it. And, of course, the ending wants you wanting more right away, and that's what I love in a comic book. Look at this art, guys. I mean, come on.
Yep, absolutely. I mean, and what Jay's talking about at the beginning is like you almost get 2 different stories, which was interesting because when I read the first 4 or 5 pages, I'm like, guy's not going to like this. Okay, there was a horror aspect to it, and then all of a sudden it was like you got the jump ahead and then you get back to the origin. So that was pretty cool. And like Jay said, right off the bat, I was like, give me issue 2, because it was an easy read, it was a fun read, but it was dark. It was definitely dark, and I was digging it.
I like what a Supreme Love says. Very Crow-esque, and I agree with that. It has that kind of feel. It has that kind of darkness to it. A lot of stuff going on. Like where it started off to then where it ended was totally different too. And a lot of storyline, and you want to know what's going on with the characters. You want to know why they're there. You want to know why they can't leave. You want to know why they can't. Like there's a lot of stuff going on here.
Right off the and guys, there's a link in the description. Jeehyung Lee's Instagram, also the Kickstarter. It's still a preview. We're gonna show you the actual page that you're gonna see once it drops tomorrow. It's dropping. Let me see. Tomorrow at 7 p.m. Pacific, 10 p.m. Eastern. Okay, so Cerrone or one of the mods, if you could drop the Kickstarter preview link into the chat, that'd be great. And like Guy was talking about, it's really like right off the bat, issue 1, it hits on several topics like that. You're like, okay, what am I to expect? But I like that. It was like horror right off the bat. Then you had dark crime underlords, but then you had an element of like family. And I don't want to give too much away. There was an element of family, and there was an element of despair. It hit a lot of different senses. Like in issue 1, it was crazy. Like Jay said, the interiors were fantastic. It was well written. I'll be honest, I was surprised how well written it was.
Yep.
Because this is an artist. You know what I mean? So I don't want to say I had the bar set low. I didn't think it was good. You know, I didn't know what to expect, and honestly, I was pleasantly surprised. So that's always a good thing.
I like where it took us. I like the journey it took us on in just a short amount of time. Like even like figuratively speaking as well. Like even the artwork took us somewhere. Like at different parts, like even in the beginning when they were, like I'm just using this as an example, telling the girl to run. Like the way it was drawn felt like I was running. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like the you got to read it and you got to look at it. But it felt like I was in there, like I was, I was in the comic and I was running too, like
Oh, 100%. 100%. And these are a couple pages. This actually is not the first couple pages. This is the first couple pages is like the present, and then I guess they go kind of to the past, the origin. And this is the beginning of that origin. So you see you have the bouncer outside the club. You got the prostitutes on the right there that are kind of shacked up together. Obviously, you can see some track marks up on the top right-hand corner. So a lot going on in issue 1. This is a 7-issue series for right now. I can't wait to see where it goes, to be honest with you. Knocked out, I mean, for first run, comic creator, knocked it out of the park, in my opinion. I couldn't believe it, I'll be honest. Yeah.
Dude, I think the coolest part is this crime lord gives them the option. They could buy their way out of the prostitution ring, but that means no more spending money on drugs because they have to buy their own drugs. So there's a lot of twists and turns in here. You guys are going to love it. Trust me.
And what we don't know, but what was told to us via email is that there's a lot of twists and turns, like Jay just alluded to, but even more than you expect. So when you read the first issue, you're going to start making assumptions that a certain character is a certain character, present versus past. But he told us that every issue is going to make you think that the surprise is somebody else. Okay, so he said he built in a lot of twists and turns here on purpose. He leads you down one direction, making you think that it's something, and then it's not. So that had me excited as well because I love those types of storylines, whether it's a movie or a book. So let me show the Kickstarter page. I don't think you guys saw the Kickstarter page yet, so I'm going to show that. Let me back out of here. And guys, remember, we're going to do a giveaway in a few minutes, probably in the next 5 minutes. And then we're going to get into the Doctor Strange stuff. We got the Spec stuff coming up, but don't worry, we will tell you when the spoilers are coming up. Let me back out of this and share. Which one am I sharing? It's that one. Okay. I'm losing my place. Here we go. Here we go. I think this is it. Yep. Okay. So this is a preview of the Kickstarter. Okay, so this isn't actually live yet, but he wanted us to show it off. So, as you can see, Gumma, the beginning of her. So you can see Kickstarter, Jeehyung Lee, a little bit of synopsis like I was telling you guys before. And I'm just going to show some of the art because honestly, it's really good. Are you guys seeing that on your end?
Yeah, absolutely. You think with a book with so much emphasis on art, the story would suck? It's the complete opposite. The story is what makes this book.
Yeah, and here's a couple pages. Yeah, let me zoom in a little bit.
Yeah, look at that. Look at them running up there. The one you just passed.
Yeah,
that's what I was
the very
talking
beginning.
About. Like, look at that.
Which is completely different than the prostitution story. So I was kind of like, what the hell? And even these pages, you're like, what the hell is going on? And then it just kind of ends. Then there's a couple blank pages, and then you get into the backstory. So it was kind of cool. Here we go. This is from issue 1. You see the drugs. One of the crime bosses showing he means business. This was really cool. That is not Jake Lockley in the taxi.
Thank God.
This is actually from issue 2, so I didn't even read this one yet. And then here's some covers, some sick covers. Look at that.
you got Dave Cerrone saying that you got covers by Souza Mayaka, Momoko, Ben Oliver.
I'm gonna show them right now. Here we go. Jeehyung Lee, A and B, Peach Momoko, C and D, Souza Mayaka, E and F, Ben Oliver, G and H, and then a foil by Jeehyung Lee. So there you go. Delivery is going to be sometime between September and October. Obviously, these Kickstarters, they always jump up and down. International shipping is available. There's some retailer exclusives, but you want to go with the Kickstarter. You want to definitely back the artist here. All right, he did a fantastic job. Honestly, not much else to say besides that if we weren't endorsing this, we're just gonna tell you guys, this isn't the one. We got no skin in the game on this one. We passed along the giveaway to you guys, so you know us. We just keep it real. We're just trying to be honest with you that this is a worthwhile backing. So Anything else, guys? You want to jump in on?
Go grab it. You ain't gonna be disappointed, especially after you read that first issue, guys. Trust me. Trust me. You know I read. Trust me.
Let me tell you, it was a. You didn't want to put it down. It was a quick read too.
It was quick
read, and at the end of it, you're like, come on, give me more, give me more.
Yep.
So check the link. The mods have been dropping it, and guys, we're about to do the giveaway for issues 1, 2, and 3. Who has the question? Who's got the question? Guy Forge has the question.
Go ahead.
I got nothing.
Oh, that was I have nothing. That was the I have nothing face.
That means I got nothing.
Perfect. Thanks, guys. Really stepping up to the plate on this one.
Hey, I stepped up to the plate and read a freaking scary comic book. So
I mean, it was 4 pages of scary. All right.
I'm just letting you know. I read it.
All right. We gotta do a question. Somebody, you guys go through the chat. I'll think of a question.
I have a question. I have a question.
Go ahead.
We're gonna here. Ready? Here's the question. I'm gonna type it in the private chat.
Type it in the private chat, and it's a Guy Forge question. So you could always tell about what time. Oh, that's a good one. I like that.
Yeah. See?
It's nice and easy. That's an easy one.
Nice and easy question.
So
I don't even see it. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I got it. I got it.
I'm gonna say the question. Matty Forge is gonna put a start line in there, and as this person always says too, wait for the start line.
True. That does happen.
Make sure you wait for the start line.
All right, Guy, ask the question.
Here's the question. We have someone waiting patiently backstage. It is a male person, not a female, I think. He's waiting backstage patiently. Put the start line down, Matt.
Who is it? If you were listening to the beginning of the show, you would know who it is.
Who is waiting backstage?
Joe, you're not winning. Sorry.
You're not winning,
disqualified.
Joey.
Yeah.
You're still on timeout. Squared circle.
Squared circle?
It is BX Boxer for the win.
There he is. And
Sorry,
he gave
Joey.
the full name. I don't know if he
That's
spelled
what
it right, but...
He didn't, but that's fine.
How do you say that name, Jay?
Levex.
Levex.
Levesque, I always used to say.
Oh, God.
On a fucking crazy hockey night, we got this bum waiting backstage.
Oh, is that come?
BX, hit us up. Hit us up on IG. We will get your information, and that'll ship out when he's ready to ship out all 3 issues. All right, buddy. Appreciate you guys all answering. 120 you in here. Hit that like button. Hit the subscribe button if you're new. Throw a comment in the comment sections. And as we like to say here, if you're gonna hit the like button, you gotta. What do you gotta do to it, Jay?
You gotta smash it.
There it is, just like that.
That's someone's mother.
That's someone's mother.
That's a couple of people's mother.
Jesus Christ. Anyway, guys, link for all that stuff that we just talked about for Gumma in the description. You won't be disappointed. But let's move on to some comic community business and
Can I
bring
say
in
one
Roger.
Thing? Gumma. Hey, Raj.
What's up, Raj?
Aggressive today, guy. I mean,
I know. Look
the
what's happening to the
backstage and
Rangers. Look what's
calling me
happening to the
names.
Rangers.
What's up, my fellas? Thanks for having me on.
Of course, brother. Let's hear about it. We got it coming up. We all been excited for it. You guys with this mic. I'm about to leave. I'm gonna leave the show. One more mic comment in the chat, and I'm out of here.
You can't go anywhere.
All right, Raj. So this weekend, you guys at 3 Men in the Basement got something big going on. Is that a true statement?
That is factually correct.
Okay.
Factually correct. We have our swap this Saturday, 10 to 4 in Newington, Connecticut, at the Angry Hare 102 Payne Road. Excuse me. We have 33 vendors, including 4 artists, 2 of them local. We have Sean Anderson and Mike Provo who are going to be there. Aegis Alaska's coming from Alaska. The Defects are going to have their lounge. CBSI is going to be there. Mellow Fellow Ben is going to be there, along with Erod and Janice Collectibles and all those faces that you you see when you're anywhere near the East Coast on any of these comic shows. We're going to have both artists, Mike Provo and Sean Anderson, have prints they've made for our show with our logo on it. That's going to be limited to 40 each, only available at the show. We are going to have Spineworks on site taking CGC submissions, pressing and cleaning if you wish as well. Obviously, they're not grading on site, guys. I had some people reach out to me and ask me how on site grading works. It's not on site grading, they're taking submissions on site. And Captured Collectibles will be there witnessing artist signatures for the Yellow Label Signature Series with CGC. So we got a lot of stuff going on. So we have some food trucks. I'm nailing down an ice cream truck. Looks like the truck is actually like you walk in and it's like a little ice cream parlor from back in the day. And we're going to have the DJ as usual, huge raffles. Then some of the vendors are doing giveaways. We're going to have giveaways at least every hour, if not more. One of our major sponsors, Box, is sending us a shitload of T-shirts and swag to give away, plus gift certificates to their app for books. The vendors, we don't charge the vendors, so the vendors are donating to the raffle. So people who come to the show buy raffle tickets. This book over here, over my shoulder, this Wolverine 24 9.8 just came from Greg, who last minute can't make it, Mr. King Kong himself, and I got it in the mail today because he wanted to donate to the raffle. So
nice.
We got a lot of things going on. We got the adult beverage area later on in the day, and whatever shenanigans happens in that corner because it's right across from the Defects Lounge.
There we go.
That's why I heard the adult beverages were only allowed in 2 areas, and one of them is the Defects Lounge.
Defects
Is that
Lounge,
a true
correct.
statement?
That is a true statement. That is a true statement. Defects Lounge and the area where they'll be served. I think Ever actually had some volunteers serving to kind of try and keep them, try to keep somewhat control over what's going to happen. We've got.
You invited Jay, so good luck with that.
Yeah, well, Jay was. Wait a minute, Jay was there last year.
Where were you guys? Where were you guys?
Just saying.
Hey.
Actually, Jay was there the last 2 years in a row. The year before that, we canceled, and that was the infamous cab ride to Hooters when we.
Oh God.
Sid, Jay, call Sid.
Call Sid. Call Sid.
But yeah, here's all the vendors that are going to be there. It's guys. I mean, anybody that was there last year, we had I think like 17 vendors, and it was just a ton of stuff. This time I've got 33. From anything from comics to I think we have 2 guys that have cards, plus everybody's got toys, pops, and Simply Cypress who sells soap because people who collect comics need soap.
That is true. You got to stay fresh, especially when you're at a con. Everybody's jammed in against each other. You want to be fresh.
Yeah.
So everybody always asks us where the Defects going to be next, and we keep telling you this is where we're going to be. So come hang out with us. Come to hang out. Come to buy books. Come to grab a drink. Come to hang out. We're going to be going live. We're going to set up a live stream probably for around noon. So we'll probably be live for about 30 minutes. So if you can't make it or you're across the country, tune in so you could be part of the shenanigans. Kind of like how we did with King Kong. So that's going to be a lot of fun. Now, Roger, has the next slide I'm about to show been shown anywhere yet?
Yeah, so we had our dealer preview, first dealer preview show on Friday night, and we showed this.
Okay, there you go.
This is the layout, right? You're talking about? Yeah.
This is the layout.
So this is the layout.
Let me try to maximize it a little bit.
Yeah. So the bottom left corner is basically where you walk in. Those 2 tables are outside. Those are guys that'll be checking and selling tickets. As you come in to the first inside the door to the left is where all the raffle prizes are going to be.
Yep.
And then when you come straight up to the left, the first you're going to see is first 2 tables, right? There's Erod, and then J&S Collectibles right above them.
But guys, we know you want to know where the Defects Lounge is, so I'm just gonna highlight it. Gonna highlight that guy right there.
So those are the lounge, and they're on the stage with CBSI Ben and Uncle Frank. I mean, who fits better with the Defects than Uncle Frank?
Not many. Not many.
Let me tell you something. You got the Defects, Mellow Fellow, Uncle Frank, and a casting couch. What could go wrong?
And then that top right corner, the top right corner is the adult beverage area.
This one here?
The whole square that's empty.
This.
Yeah. Because that's actually, because guys, we understand this is like a 6,000 square foot warehouse where they cut hair. So those squares in the middle, you see 3 of them, they're kind of oblong. Those are raised structures that look like stages. So that top right corner is where you actually go to when they wash your hair. That's where all the bins are to wash the hair. It's a pretty big size area.
This was discussed, but was shot down immediately.
Yes, it was asked within the first 10 minutes of booking if it was allowed. I'll tell you what. Stick around after 4 o'clock when the doors lock. Things may change.
There we go.
No one is either confirming nor denying that the Defects do not have a portable strippable.
And what's cool about this is if you're ever in Connecticut and you want to have your hair colored, on that very top of the room where you see 4 tables, that's 3-man basement tables. Those 2 little doors, those are tattoo rooms. So this guy he's got in the stage to the left of 3MIB. That's actually a stage where he has live bands. That's where our DJ will be set up. So he has live bands. He cuts hair. He's got tattoo artists going on. This dude's got like a party going on.
That's awesome, man.
I like it.
Yeah. So yeah, and these are all this is just it's I don't know. I mean, if you've never been to an event that Ever and I host, then you don't know what.
It is always a blast, even when there is no show. That was the best one I've been to, Raj.
3 hours of parking lot with cigars. That was awesome.
Oh, of course, dude. It's not a party unless you light up a cigar and suck down a scotch.
Yeah. And guys, this is the kind of thing where we say you don't just, I mean, you can come and walk through if you'd like. It's for all ages. Ever and I always have a ton of stuff to give away to kids as they come through, like we did in New Hampshire, like we did in King Con. Yeah. We have like cool little coloring, superhero coloring books and stuff that we give away and stickers. But we, or it's an event where you can come hang out, be part of the live broadcast. Of course, we're going to be doing some live Instagram stuff. I don't think we're going to be set up, have enough time to set up live on YouTube. That's why, the Defects are going to be live on YouTube. But there's going to be things to do outside with the food trucks and ice cream truck. The DJ, they said, we're going to be giving away stuff. My guess is going to be like every half hour, we're going to be giving away free shit. And then if you're attending, you can buy raffle tickets. Last year we had, I think it was about 32 raffle items between statues and pops and slabs and raw books and autographs. There's just a lot going on, guys. It's like a big party. And in every corner of the room, there's something different going on, whether it's where the artists are or, where the Defects are going to be, the adult lounge, or just the straight out fire from the vendors are going to be there selling comics.
Yeah, I feel like that's like the left out fact is that there are going to be comics being sold, because this just sounds like a good time, and it is, even if you're not there to buy comics. But if you are, there's going to be some great books as well.
Yeah, and everything, like, you got guys like JMS that have 4 walls of slabs as well as boxes of raws, to guys that are there with just dollar books and boxes of keys. Like there's every possible type of vendor you can possibly think of at this show, as well as you guys have met that guy Bob Stevenson. That all the cool stuff that he has that he's been collecting since he's been a kid, with different like art paintings from different comic books, just obscure stuff. Like there's a lot of stuff that you can find at this show.
Is that Uncle Bob?
It's not. No, it's we don't call him Uncle Bob. I don't think.
Uncle Bob's someone else.
The comic barn is named Bob Stevenson. No, it's not Uncle Bob.
So hold on. It's been a while since Raj was here for a super chat, and we got one from Supreme Love for $10, and we just got one from Michael the Beast Benson. So can we make Roger blush a little bit, Matt? It's been a minute.
We can, but I want to get a guy to read it first.
Go ahead, let Jay read it. His mic is turned up nice and high.
Is it still high?
You're good.
No,
You're
it's
good.
This event is going to be epic. Can't wait. With such a blast last year. I'll be bringing fire. Can't wait to see all the members of the community. And Supreme Love mentioned that he just got the Jason Aaron Thor Omnibus, which I strongly recommended to him. He's loving it, and super chatted $10. So thank you so much, guys. Let's take a peek.
Make it rain on me, Defects. Yeah. I can feel it. More.
I know Roger loves
You
the
played
click,
that
and that's
click.
why I played. That's
You
why I
played
played
that
it for you.
click just for me.
You. For you,
I'll tell you,
baby.
a small part of me thought that was going to be somebody else in there when you said blush after your.
A small part of you just stood at attention.
You guys called me out on blushing when you guys had your YouTube auction
We
with
did.
Gary. Yeah.
We did. I think the exact words I used were Roger was the color of his logo. But then I preceded it by Roger, I love you. So it's okay.
No,
It's all
it's
good.
okay.
Right?
I mean, you can say whatever you want to me. If you followed up with "I love you," I'll pretty much, perform anything.
So one last thing, because I did get a call from Otto, and he wanted me to make sure that I reminded people that tomorrow night. So Raj, you want to tell them about tomorrow night?
Yes, tomorrow night we are going to have our second and last dealer preview show on the 3 Man in the Basement YouTube channel. If you've never seen one of these, it's basically some of the people who are setting up at the show. We've done these for King Khan and all the other shows, and it seems to be a hit because these guys get to come on and kind of show off what they're bringing to sell at the show, whether it's keys or, sometimes guys like JNS spend 45 minutes showing off books that nobody can afford. But it's also a place where you can come into chat and say, hey, I'm looking for an ASM 30 around this grade. If anybody has one, I want. And you know what? Last year when we did this for this show, I think it was my brother was looking for a bunch of ASM crap. Well, no, it was the swap before we made it a bigger show, and ended up bringing a short box. I think my brother bought all of them.
Damn.
So
there you go.
You know what I mean? Like if you watch the show and you get in the chat, it's kind of like a living document. Just put in the comments, hey, I'm looking for this book. Anybody have it? The dealers are always like, well, what should I bring? Well, what the hell? We don't know what the hell people want to buy. So if you're in the chat and you're looking for something specific, you can put that in there, and one of the dealers sees that, they might bring it. Bam, you're going to get a book that you want for a great price.
I like it.
So 8 o'clock. It'll be 8 o'clock tomorrow night on the 3 Man in the Basement YouTube channel. Dealer preview show. Check it out.
Guys,
no,
if you're
not
in the
tomorrow night.
tri-state,
I'm sorry. Wednesday night. Sorry, guys.
It's Wednesday? All right. See, Otto
Wednesday
told me
night.
tomorrow.
No, you saw it was mine. So it's Wednesday night because you threw me off because I am live tomorrow with Michelle for her last and final, thank God, Moon Knight review.
There you go.
There you go. So yeah, one last look at the flyer. Saturday the 14th, 10 a.m. You got to be there. It's going to be if you're within driving distance, you got to come. That's all I got to say.
Yep.
So,
and there's hotels all over the place to crash.
Hell yeah. Oh yeah, you're gonna want to stay because fun happens.
You are
after
gonna
4.
want to stay. Trust me, you are gonna want to stay.
All right, brother. Did you see Doctor Strange too?
I have not.
Okay. Well, we're about to give some spoilers on that.
All right, no worries. I appreciate you guys having me on.
Yeah, man.
Raj, I can't
see
wait
you
to
guys.
slug them back
can't
with
wait.
you.
You guys coming Saturday morning or Friday night?
Saturday morning.
All right. Well, we'll be there bright and early, and looking forward to it, Guy. Hopefully, you're going to join us. Hopefully, you'll change your mind.
I wish, my friend.
I hope we'll be there all day. So cut out of work early, come down. You ain't that far.
Just teleport.
Gonna miss it. I'm sad to say, but I know you guys are gonna have a great time.
All right. Well, appreciate you guys. Appreciate you having me on and being part of this event. It's gonna be fun.
Yeah, man. So all the links for Roger and the 3 Men in the description. If you want any more info about the show, hit them up on Instagram or email. Their YouTube link is in there, so just hit them up and come hang out. So, Raj, appreciate you coming on, sharing the info with us. It's going to be a blast.
Have a great rest of the show, my friends.
Later, Raj.
Thanks, Raj.
Saturday.
Later, pal. It's going to be fun. It's going to be a fun show.
It's going to be a blast. Yeah. And we got another super chat from my man Chad Crow in the house tonight.
What's up, brother? Appreciate you. You want to give him a little something?
Yeah, give him a little something.
What do you want to give him?
A little even, man. No one wants to see that Canadian guy anymore.
Defects. Guess who's back for some more super chats? Yeah, baby. Let's go, Defects.
Can't argue with that.
All right, guys. So, Doctor Strange 2 Spec? Or was that what we're doing?
You want to do that at New Comic Book Day first?
I asked this question to you right before the show, and you said you didn't care. So this is the
all right. Yep, you go ahead and steer the ship, brother.
Good with it. As long as you're good with it. If you need me to switch it, I'll switch it.
Nope. Here we go, guys. Well, you know what? If we think about it logically,
Okay.
we could keep everybody in here for New Comic Book Day, and then whoever has to cut out because they haven't seen it yet could just bounce after that. How about that?
I like where you're at with that. I like where you're at. So, New Comic Book Day first, guys. New comic, and there's some good stuff in there too. So don't worry. So stick around if you want Doctor Strange 2 Spec, because that is coming up right after New Comic Book Day show. But it is time for that New Comic Book Day show. This is where we pick our top 10-ish comic books of the week for May 11th. I can't believe that. 2022. Guys, it's the New Comic Book Day show. And of course, we have a little bit of affiliation with comicbookinvest.com. Chris Nelms also brings you the New Comic Book Day pull list, which is basically like a little bit of a supplement. We supplement each other. He's got all the ratio variants listed. He's got the first appearance listed. And then he's got his picks, which are almost always different than ours. So you get perspective from both great minds. I mean, his mind is better than ours, I'll tell you that right now. Our minds are fried. But definitely check out his article. It's in the link. The link is in the description below. But without further ado, let's get into our books, okay? Starting off with Jay, I guess, right?
Guys, it was slim pickings this week. I'm going to tell you right off the bat. With all the new Comic Book Day stuff that came out last week, it was a slow week for comic books. But how could I not go with what if Miles Morales became the Incredible Hulk, guys? Miles on fire, a character that's absolutely on fire. 2 weeks ago, it was him as Wolverine. This week, we're getting Miles as the Hulk, so just a nice little one-shot if you're a Miles fan. So, like I said, there wasn't much to pick from, so Miles gets my pick. It would have got my pick anyway, but hot character, it's going to be a hot book.
How could you not pick this book? You know what I mean? It's everything Miles. It just turns to gold.
We got me next. Transformers Last Bot Standing, #1 from IDW, guys. I'm going to read this because it says, when the last stars flicker and fade, who will be the only Cybertronian left? The planet Donuct sits on the edge of the universe, far away from all the stars that are flickering and fading out one last time. And on the far edge of nowhere, a visitor arrives on Donuct. Will never be the same again. The war for Cybertron may be long over, but the war from Cybertron never ends. I think this is a cool storyline. I think it's gonna be. I love the cover. That's obviously the reason why I picked it. But I think anything Transformers and a #1, seeing whatever's going to happen on this, I think it's pretty cool.
Let me tell you something. When I saw this book this week, I didn't even have to ask Guy what one of his picks was because I knew it was this.
This thing is dope.
Badass cover. Lords of Brooklyn. We did Free Comic Book Day last week, since that was, since it's past at this point. Let's see. I'm up next. Guys, do me a favor. Hit the thumbs up if you're in it. We got 140. I think we only got like 97 thumbs up, so we should have 140 thumbs up. Come on, help us out here.
What are you
Don't
doing?
take much. Just give a little beep. That's all.
I like what Justin Shannon said. Smart dude right there. So basically, Transformers Last Ronin. Absolutely, dude.
Hey, but look how that turned out, right?
Yeah.
I was okay with that. Surprise, surprise here from me. Not much to talk about besides the fact I will be reading this as soon as I receive it. Nocterra, #10 from Image. Obviously, the dynamic duo right now, in my opinion, Scott Snyder, Tony Daniels. No one doing it better than these two right now, in my opinion. Right now, they are digging deep into Blacktop Bill. And that, my friends, is a very, very good sign if you're speculating on this series. They've talked about it, that it was optioned, but things get optioned and then they don't get made. But let me tell you, when they develop the main antagonist as well as they are here, there's a big reason for that, and that makes it very easy to see this in a series or on a big screen. Blacktop Bill has been an amazing antagonist from the beginning and is only getting better since it's picked back up these last 3 issues since they had a hiatus. I think it went off it was gone for 6 months.
Yep.
So this has been a heavy Blacktop Bill origin, and it just keeps going. And this series hasn't slowed down for me. So every week, this is a must read for me. It's my first on the list every week.
You know what I'm so excited for? Tony Daniel's going to be at Terrificon, so all 40 copies of my number 1 are probably going to get signed and remarked.
Whammy. They're saying Nocterra is the next Tomb Raider. I mean, shit. I think that's a compliment because I like Tomb Raider.
Like looking at Tomb Raider.
Video game series. You know, I could see a video game out of this easily. I could see a show out of this easily. So we'll see.
You can see the porno CockTerra.
Yeah, what is that?
I said Jake can see the porno CockTerra.
Yeah, CockTerra.
Yeah. I don't know if I'd watch that title, but yeah. Guys, Captain America, Symbol of Truth, number 1. Awesome Sam Wilson cover. But go ahead, say it. Just say it. Because this book ain't that exciting.
I thought you were going to say Black Cock Bill.
Now you're in my genre of porn.
Yeah, there you go. All right, go ahead, brother. Sorry.
So, speaking of Captain America, Symbol of Truth, number 1. Guys, that Stormbreaker variant is absolutely fire. This is probably the only book I'm picking up this week is that Stormbreaker, Doctor Doom, Latveria cover. Again, slow week. Captain America, Sam Wilson. You know he's coming to the big screen. Maybe they'll take a little tidbit out of this series for the movie. Who knows? I'm just excited to see Torres as Falcon. Stocked up on those books as well. So, slow week, guys. Don't butcher me in the comments. I don't know what to tell you.
Don't butcher the butcher.
Ain't nothing slow about this book. There are a bunch of covers out for this book, guys. I'm just featuring this one because it's my favorite. Immortal Red Sonja, number 2 from Dynamite. Total cover buy for me. Nakayama killed it, knocked it out of the park. That's all I got to say. DNA all the way, baby.
And Guy Forge, why don't you educate the chat here? What is the style that Nakayama used here?
Oh, my God.
You know, because you asked him about it when you interviewed him.
I did ask him about it. I don't know. Don't put me on the spot. I forget what it's called now.
Starts with the word color.
Give me a second. Color something. Yeah.
B.
Bleed. Color bleed.
Color bleed.
There you go. Come on.
Sorry.
I put Guy on the spot.
Yeah, thanks.
This is dope, though. Sucker for a redhead. You know me, and we got all types of red on this collar.
This cover's fucking bonkers, bro.
Yeah. Cerrone, DNA killing it. Yep, absolutely. Just needs a better internet over there in Hawaii. This is the pick of the week for me for multiple reasons. We got Moon Knight Black, White, and Blood number 1. This is going to give you everything you didn't get in the Moon Knight series on Disney Plus. Moon Knight. So I'm excited about this because it's Jonathan Hickman. This is 3 stories. They've done these with Carnage. Who else was there? Deadpool. There was a bunch of them. So Wolverine,
Elektra, right?
Elektra. So they're meant to put on like the more horror-esque, the gory side of these characters. So that's an easy one for Moon Knight. So there's 3 stories here. One of them is written by Hickman. I don't even care who else is writing the other ones. That's the one I'm excited about. I would love to see Hickman start writing Moon Knight. That could get trippy. Let me tell you, after seeing what he did with the X-Men, I could see him doing some crazy shit with a Moon Knight storyline. Also loving this because we get a first appearance of an all-new future Moon Knight, tech savvy. I don't know if it's going to be Mark. I don't know if it's. I'm assuming it's Mark Spector, but it says in the solicitation, be ready for an appearance of an all-new future Moon Knight. So I'm curious to see how that plays out. Third reason I'm picking this. The first story by Hickman is called Anubis Rex. Okay? And that is the character that we should have gotten the Disney Plus shows because they totally retconned it to be a female god. I don't even remember her name already. That was so forgettable. Atum? Adam? No. What was it? Atuma. I can't even remember. The alligator, who we speculated on both. It should have been Anubis because he is the scales of justice. That's his thing. So they stole it from him, but Hickman's giving it back to him, so that's pretty cool. And the fourth reason is some badass covers. Cover A, fantastic. And the 1 in 25, 1 in 50 are both just dope. Tons of reds this week. I'm okay with it.
And Matt, hold on. You forgot one other spec.
What did I forget?
I had it in my notes. You get the first cover appearance of the Living Priest of Khonshu.
Oh, there you go. See, I didn't even know that. Thank you, Jay.
But that's on one of the variants.
That's another variant? Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you, Amit. I couldn't remember. There you go. Should have been Anubis, right, Joey? Should have been Anubis. So, couple honorable mentions here. Nothing too crazy. Guy, you want to run them down for us?
Oh, yeah, sure. We got Blood Syndicate, because that's on my list. Number 1 from DC Comics. You got a reintroduction of the Blood Syndicate from Milestone Comics, guys. You got cover A, and then you got that crazy fucking shit happening on the cardstock variant.
These Milestone books, guys, all this talk about Static becoming a movie in the works, listen, I wouldn't be surprised if we seen all these Milestone characters in this Static movie. So you might want to start reading up.
That cardstock's dope. I'll tell you, that's a lot of detail.
That's like the breath of most of these people at these cons. Just hot fire breathing down your neck.
Ugh. You got Shang-Chi, number 10 from Marvel, guys. This is when Shang-Chi inherits the 10 rings.
What up, Big E's?
Big E's.
Home of the New York Warriors. Make sure you guys are subbed up to the Warriors. Link in the description.
Next up, you got Nightmare Country, number 2. Pretty much what my nightmares are made of. Look at that coming out of the closet. Possible first appearance of the Smiling Man. Kick that dude in the face, because I'm out.
I mean, look at that pic. Who wouldn't be smiling?
Let me tell you, the Sandman universe, I didn't get a chance to read number 1 yet for Nightmare Country, but this definitely looks like the Smiling Man is going to be featured here. And now Guy is not sleeping for the rest of the week. So
nope. Thanks a lot. Nightmare Country. X-Men number 11 from Marvel, guys. You got the introduction of Game World, whatever that is. You got the girls running things on the cover A over here.
No, really? In Marvel? Get out of here.
Yeah.
Shocker.
I knew Jay was ready for that one.
Breaking news.
Jay was locked and loaded for that cover. Guys from DC, you got Batman Urban Legends number 15. Looks like something's getting sucked out of Batman right there. Thomas Wayne as Batman. We got a solicitation says of new Birds of Prey maybe in this one too. So
there you go. So nothing crazy this week. You know, Jay hit it right on the head. But some nice covers. Some really dope covers this week. And I like the Moon. I got to be honest, the Moon Knight pick for me, that could be a banger. And that could be a good first appearance to have in your collection. So that wraps up New Comic Book Day, boys. Go check out Chris Nelms' New Comic Book Day pull list. Link in the description, as always. All right. Are we ready?
Time to get... Guys, spoiler. If you I haven't seen Doctor Strange 2, but we'll get into that in a second. If you have not seen it, we're going to give you 10 seconds to get out, because we'll be talking full spoilers here. So that's your warning. I don't want to see an Instagram post about us saying we spoiled shit, so... What do you think, Matt?
I think it's ready. I was trying to scroll it. I don't know how to do that. So we're just gonna keep that one there for a while. Let me double check. I don't think you could scroll it on this one. All right, we're good.
I don't know, but anybody who wants to leave, go ahead.
But if you want to see some cool spec,
But
there wasn't a ton, but we did find some stuff. Yeah,
Matt.
Yeah, go ahead.
If you want to go.
Go.
If you want to stay.
These guys.
Jay
hates
doesn't
us.
know.
Jay hates us.
Guys, if you could name that movie, you automatically win the next giveaway. That's all I gotta say.
Wow, from Guy Forge.
Just throwing it out there.
Jay, you want to tell him what your deal is with the movie? I mean,
Okay, so I didn't see the movie because I'm not giving the MCU I was going to go see the movie, and then I thought about it, and I bought the Doctor Doom Omnibus instead. So until I'm wowed by the MCU and Disney Plus, I'll just wait for it to come out for free, just like I did with Venom 2, just like I did with Eternals. So, guess what? I don't want to sit next to anybody in the movie theater. I hate when people cheer. It's like when people clap when the plane lands. It just... I saw Batman, guys. Give me a
What
break.
made you so mad at the movies? What made
No,
you
I'm not
so
mad at the
movie?
movies. I don't want to be paid to be disappointed. I'd rather be excited for free than it costs me to be disappointed.
So
Can
I don't think.
Can I just say something?
Yeah, yeah.
Because as I sit here and you guys do work very hard at what you do. Let's just put it that way. I want to give a little bit of credit to a name that was mentioned in the movie as I was sitting there, and I literally just punched Matt almost in the face when it happened because like I just freaked out. I think he hit me. I hit him first. I don't know what it was, but like when they mentioned Cthulhu in the movie, I literally just went like this. I was like the validation just. I felt it through my body, like that. You know what I'm saying? Like
It was a cool moment. It was a cool moment.
No, very cool moment. That's all I got to say. And we'll get on to the rest of the stuff, but that was really cool, guys. I got to say.
Yeah, I'm starting to see reviews in the chat. And we're not going to really do the review. Maybe we'll do it towards the end if we have a few extra minutes. We want to try to keep the show short tonight. But at some point, if we don't do it tonight, we'll do it another night. But for the spec, like I said, there wasn't a ton. But I think there was some really important, and we could spend a full hour on this topic, no question, because there was some really important stuff that happened that I think does have implications for the future of the MCU. I almost said MCU.
You would have been right. You would have been at 100% right.
Well,
you know what the biggest shocker for me was? Again, guys, spoilers. And I know about the whole movie.
Yeah,
I've seen clips online. The biggest shocker to me, I mean, it blew me out of the water, was the two last people left in the Illuminati to fight Wanda was Maria Rambeau and Peggy Carter. Shocker. No one's seen that coming, guys, ever. I mean, Black Bolt, Mr. Fantastic. But them two last the longest? Read the writing on the wall, people. Seriously. As a comic book reader, that shit is fucking offensive. But go ahead.
No, I hear you, bro. Listen, we'll do a show on that at some point because we couldn't do it on Gary's. So, all right. So the first thing, we're not gonna do. I'm gonna try to do them in somewhat of a chronological order. But the first thing is, and this isn't. Don't take any of these books as go out and buy these. It's just me saying, monsters, demons, vampires, werewolves, they're all coming. Okay, they made it abundantly clear through the Darkhold, which is comic accurate, which I loved, that demons, monsters, they're here. Wanda spawned them to go after America Chavez.
Hold on, Matt.
Yeah, good.
I got to address this real quick.
Yeah.
That guy has never stood a day in his life. Oh, actually, he has, but not anytime recently.
wow.
That is fucking great. Perfect. I mean, Jay's with it, but he's just quick with it. I love it.
Yes.
So they made it abundantly clear throughout the movie, monsters, demons, this is happening. We all knew it was happening, but now it's official. Okay? Wanda summoned and created demons to go after America to steal her power. And that is because of the Darkhold. So that's happening. So forget about the books on the screen. This isn't like, hey, go grab. These are you should, if you were paying attention to the Defects, you should have these books already, 2 years already. Okay, but start grabbing all monsters. I'm just telling you right now, grab the dollar bin monster books if you can, and if you can find any of these books for 20% less than what they're going for, get them, because monsters are going to become a big part of the MCU. It might save the MCU. Okay, so that was the first thing that I think that was the second most important thing to come out of this movie, is that they made it a point to say demons, monsters several times, and that they were here because of the Darkhold. Okay? Anything to add, Jay? Guy?
Yeah, I mean,
this one?
They're going to do horror? Good luck, man. Good luck with horror and a PG-13 rating. I don't know, dude.
I'll tell you, Wanda was... It scratched the surface of a horror film. I got to be honest.
Yeah, she did her thing. She did her
It-
thing.
it-
I'll tell you that much.
It was
I gotta
not-
see it. I'm
wasn't
not
bad,
gonna.
dude.
Listen. I'm not gonna judge it till I see it. Right?
Yeah.
I'm joking around. I'm just saying, like, you got
Yeah.
Mr. Fantastic.
No, I hear you.
Black. You know what I mean? I'm not a movies guy. You know, I don't like going to the movies.
I feel you. Listen, I get it. All right, next up, we see the Illuminati. You know, I'm not throwing the Illuminati book up here, but I don't think the Spec is dead. You know,
More like Illuminati.
Illuminati's, yeah. He had that one in the fucking holster.
That just came up.
I
That
thought
was
you-
off the cusp.
I really thought you were going to go with Illumigati.
Got him. So I think what we learned throughout the movie is that if characters showed up and died, that does not mean they're gone, because it's clear that they're setting up different universes and having similar characters, similar groups. So it's Illuminati. Honestly, I think there's still a hold. You know, like, I wouldn't run and buy them right now. Buy it in 6 months from now when people forget about it. You know what I mean? But when we did see the Illuminati, clearly we got Fantastic Four vibes. Okay, and John Krasinski as Reed Richards in this movie did say, "I have a son and a daughter, or I have 2 children," and we know who his 2 children is. One of them is extremely important, and we've been specking on him forever, Franklin Richards. So again, not a book we're telling you to run out and buy right now, because it is going through the roof. But we're just letting you know that that is a real possibility right now. If you are an owner of this book, you are sitting pretty right now. Gary has about 20 copies CGC'd, so he's looking real good right now. Another spec. This is a cheaper book. This is a much, much cheaper book, and it's the first appearance of Valeria Richards.
Oh, wait, but Matt, rewind a little bit,
ahead.
because that Fantastic Four Annual 6, there's also something mentioned about another
Yes.
huge character in this book.
Go ahead. I was gonna go back to that, but go ahead. I'll let you.
Oh, no.
I'll let you
Oh,
jump
my
on it.
bad. I thought you... Yeah, I didn't...
Jump on it. Go ahead. Jump on it.
You said it's mentioned that... What does Reed Richards say exactly?
He says when they were talking about an incursion and 2 planets colliding, and he used the word annihilation. Is that... maybe it's me wanting it to be more than what it is, but I thought it peculiar that they used that word in that exact scenario. I think it was a little tease. I don't think it meant anything more, but I do think it was placed purposely. So when I told Jay about that, he said, you know, his shorts got a little tighter. So, so what else do we have in that Annual 6, Jay?
We got the first Franklin Richards, and we got the first Annihilist, guys. Gary's been talking about this book for years. He probably owns half the stockpile of them, but it's dude, like I always say, man, this cosmic stuff, if you read Annihilation and Annihilation Conquest, I recommended Thor, God and Thunder Omnibus by Aaron. Those 2, bro, Annihilation and Annihilation Conquest, are 2 heavy hitter omnibuses, and I believe they're on sale now, so you guys could go check that out from whatever site you get your omnis from. Read that storyline, because there's going to be a ton of future spec in there, guys.
Yep. So the Valeria Richards is an interesting one. Originally, I think it was Fantastic Four 257. She was in the womb, miscarried, because she was conceived in the, Jesus Christ, quantum realm, I believe. I don't know. So she wasn't in comics until 2002, where I never read it, so I don't want to pretend that I know it, but she was kind of resurrected and born. So I don't know the exact origin of it. So if you've read this, you could throw it in the chat for me. But this is I think a strong buy right now. I think people are this book is going to start reaching, I think it's like a $10 book now. It's going to start reaching $20 in the next few days. But again, I think a book you can find in back bins, like, I think this is a book that you go in and you might pull 4 out. You know what I mean? But a good book to have in the collection right now, because they did mention 2 children. And we know that the female leads are heavy right now. So this might be the safest, biggest upside pick that we have on the list right now is Valeria Richards. So let's keep it moving. Next slide. Nothing crazy here. Nothing we haven't talked about already. But just, guys, the twins are going to be a part of the MCU. It definitely seems like. I didn't mention Wiccan here because we We know that that's Young Avengers 1, and that's just not a book, I wanted to show because it's just, it's at a bargain right now. They're selling for $700-800 for CGC. They were upwards of $1,500. So is there a tiny bit of meat on the bone? Probably a little bit, but not much. But these two books definitely have a little bit of room. They cooled off a little bit. Young Avengers 10, we see Tommy Shepard, who later becomes Speed, and in Young Avengers 12, he becomes Speed. So two books that you still... I found these recently in backbins, guys. They're there. I'm not saying guaranteed to find them, but two books that if you could get for a decent deal, they may be worth a long-term hold. Don't think you're going to flip these things in the next year, because you're not. These are long-term holds. So buy them at the dip. They're probably worth it. Guy, you want to talk a little bit about how much they spoke about with incursions throughout the movie, because I think that's important to the next book. Not that there's a ton of spec there, but I think it's just an overarching theme of where things are going with two worlds colliding. I think it's pretty obvious. With the incursions, where the two worlds throughout the movie, that was a theme, right?
I don't know. I guess so. I'm still trying to think about the movie and what the fuck I thought of the movie. So I can't get into that. Like, no.
So the incursion stuff was definitely a kind of a little bit of a nod to Secret Wars. I used the 2015 Free Comic Book Day version because that's kind of where Battle World is set up, Jay, right? I believe.
Yep.
And that's what it feels like. They talked throughout the movie about two worlds colliding. Two worlds almost... They didn't mention battling, but they did mention that one world survived and another didn't. So was there a fight? They said defeated. Sinister Strange said, I was defeated. Our world was defeated. So definitely some strong vibes of Secret Wars being set up. Again, this is not breaking news, but now we're definitely starting to get some strong confirmations. Okay, so that is music to a lot of people's ears. Bring back the Russo brothers. Give us Secret Wars in the next 8 years. I'm on board for that. Jay, anything to throw in about Secret Wars here? I mean, pretty self-explanatory, but...
Yeah, pick up the Omni and read it. You won't be disappointed.
You probably will if you wait for the movie.
Yeah.
All right, keep going. This is a good book. This is a good book, I think, to have. Another cheap book. So, this is Young Avengers number 14, Volume 2. We featured this book a long time ago. Okay? We did a spec with Thorough, Jay. You remember that?
Yes,
right
I
after
do.
the Disney Plus day. Not only is this America Chavez's origin story, which, let me tell you, America Chavez is going to be a star in the MCU. No pun intended. Because she was fantastic. She really was. Really strong performance from a teenager. She's got a long future in the MCU. You can make, I know Jay's going to say something about the female leads, but she
No.
She
Listen,
was really,
dude,
really good.
I'm all about a good female lead, dude. But it's just here, there, mix it up a little bit, just a little. This way, a female lead holds that strong female lead, and I think if any one of them are gonna hold it, it's gonna be America Chavez. Now we're getting oversaturated. It's like, yo, give us a couple of sick female leads, and then we'll sprinkle in some other characters, and then we'll sprinkle in a dude here and there, and then we'll get back into the next big thing. But all at once is just a little much in Phase 4. It feels like Phase 4 was completely that, which I'm not against. It just, I mean, like we talked about the Illuminati scene. It's like you bring Mr. Fantastic in Black Bolt, and it's like, I mean, come on, you got Maria Rambeau outlasting them. It's like the Mole Man outlasting Doctor Doom. It's not gonna happen. You know what I mean? But that's just from a comic reader perspective. So, listen, I'm all about the female leads. Give me strong female characters, but give me strong female characters, not subpar female characters.
All right. I agree with you 100%. So during the movie, we got a glimpse of America Chavez's parents, Alina and Amelia. And they basically hinted at that. She thought they were dead, but, they kept talking about that they're out there. Doctor Strange kept saying they're out there. So I do believe we will see them at some point. Not a huge spec, but I think a decent one. Something that will pop if that's confirmed or they do show up. you know, and again, this is an origin. Thorough said it in the chat, a slept on book. So I think this is going for around $10 right now. You can find it $10 to $15. So a book that I think is a safe long-term hold. Nice little, you know, we wanted to give you some cheaper books that maybe you haven't seen yet. All right, next one has to directly do with the end credit scene, and I think you guys all know it already. Clea, Strange Tales number 126. Told you she was coming. We've been telling you to pick up this book for a while. First Clea, first Dormammu, first Dark Dimension, and also could be an important character, but it's mixed in with this book, so not a big deal, is Clea's father, Aurini. And if you understand how the Dark Dimension and Dormammu got there, that origin is extremely important. Her father is an extremely important part of that origin. So we will, at some point, break down the Dark Dimension and where that could be going for Doctor Strange 3, a year from now, you know, something like that. But there's little things that we wanted to show tonight. So clearly this book is going through the roof. Don't run and buy it. I'm just telling you right now. Do not buy this book right now. It is just 5.5s are starting to sell for $700. You know, I saw 9.0s listed for thousands. I mean, it's a hot book. You know, Charlize Theron is Clea. Big addition to the MCU. But the next book, Jay, and I'll let you talk about it a little bit because I'm getting tired of talking right now. This is a book that we've kind of speculated on in our circles for a while, and I think we've even probably shown it on the Defects once or twice before when we were a little bit of smaller channel. So go ahead, take it away, bro.
There you go, Strange Tales 150, guys. So, Matt, you just want to walk me through the end credit scene, and then we'll get into the whole Umar thing, because I don't know what I didn't see it. I don't know it exactly, but I know people believe it's going towards Umar, who is the mother of Clea. And this is the strong female lead I'm talking about. A character like Umar will be so dope in the MCU, guys. So just walk me through that end credit scene.
Yeah, so basically, Clea shows up, uses her sword, cuts the dimension open, and it's a look into that dark dimension. The exact scene that we got at the end of Doctor Strange 1. You need to come with me. There's been another incursion, and a dimension's about to be destroyed, and you need to save it, or you need to fix it. And it's a look into that dark dimension. So Jay and I said, if you're getting Clea, and we got Dormammu already, why not get the sister of Dormammu?
And this book is extremely cheap. When we were talking about this book probably about a year and a half ago, and it was probably what, a $10 book, if that. Book
in
you could definitely
I would say $10 to $15 in mid grade.
Yep.
It's starting to. I checked it on eBay. It's starting to pick up a little bit. A lot of people are kind of thinking the same thing that we are. If they're going to talk about Clea and the Dark Dimension and Origins and Dormammu and all that, she's an integral part of that. In the comics, Dormammu imprisons her, and she's not freed until Doctor Strange defeats Dormammu, which just happened, right?
Yep.
In Doctor Strange 1. So there's a good chance that that's why we didn't see her in 1, and we will see her in 3. I think this is a strong bet. I have several of these books. I will be buying these books now because this is a really strong play for number 3, in my opinion.
Yep, 100%, guys. This book is going to be heating up once everyone sees the movie and they start putting everything together with that end credit scene. And just like Matt explained, guys, a dope cover, right? Is it Buscema cover or no?
Yes, I do believe so.
Okay, it looks like his art. Yeah, guys, go back and read this storyline. Start piecing everything together, man. This. Is it her 100%? No, but from what was explained to me, you see that dark dimension open, you see that Dormammu type vibes going on. A strong play, like Matt said. A book you could still grab it now if you could, while we're here still talking.
Yep. So a couple other things, and this will be for the chat and for the boys here. So that's all the books I wanted to show, but I'm going to talk about some other elements, and I'll just name some names, and you guys can figure out the books. We can't do all the work for you guys. Come on. So, we mentioned Kathan, right? To me, whatever happens next with Wanda, because she's clearly not gone, whether that version doesn't come back or whether they get the other version, she signed on for 7 years. So they're not going to be just scratching her ass for 7 years. She's clearly going to be back. But a perfect ending to her arc would be how it plays out in the comics. And it seems like they set that up for her to be possessed by Kathan, because the Darkhold, even though it was destroyed, they have basically said that it has corrupted Wanda, it has corrupted Steven, and it's not going anywhere. She's got the black fingertips, he's got the third eye. The Darkhold lives on. The corruption of the Darkhold lives on. I think Kathan got name dropped for a reason. I'm not telling you to run and buy them, but I am holding mine because I think that's how this story arc ends. I think Doctor Strange 3 is different than Wanda. I think Wanda gets her own movie, and this is the storyline for it. That's my opinion right now. That could change in a few months as more develops. That's the first thing. Illuminati. Guy, we saw a lot of people die in the Illuminati, correct? They all had horrible deaths.
Yeah, it's terrible.
Okay. There was one that wasn't that horrible. That, if anything, I think this character could still be alive.
Which is Rambeau?
Okay? I mean, think about it. In the MCU, if they dropped a statue, not even a monster statue, but a statue on top of Brie Larson's Captain America, would you think she was dead?
Brie Larson's Captain Marvel? Yeah,
Captain Marvel. I said Captain America, yeah. No way, right, Jay? Not even... Okay. So she's the only one we actually...
Jay would hope so. Jay would hope so. But no, she wouldn't be dead.
She was the only one that we didn't see officially die. Her arm kind of went limp. We didn't see anything else. Maybe I'm reaching here, but I think they at least left the door open for Maria Rambeau to return as Captain Marvel, which people have been speculating that Brie Larson was going to be replaced by a different Captain Marvel. So it's a cheap book still. Why not? Why not have it in the collection just in case that first Maria Rambeau? Okay, so that was one that I wanted to touch on.
Well, we know they're not done, right? Okay, we know they're not done. The sad part is, and this is where we get into because the fan service was Krasinski. Let's leave it at that. We know that. I mean, is there any more fan service that's bigger than that besides like Ahsoka and Rosario Dawson? Like, is there any bigger fan service that was done? We got John Krasinski as Reed Richards, and that's what I think we all wanted, in my opinion, the majority of the community. Do I hope he's going to be back in some sort of role besides just directing the movie, which got rumored today too?
Right.
We know he wants to direct the movie. We know now. Obviously, for years he's talked about it. We want it. We want him back. We want him in the movie. We want him that role. The Illuminati were so cocky and arrogant.
It was almost funny. It was weird. Yeah.
They were so arrogant, man. Even the fact that they were saying Strange was the real problem here, and it's not your stupid little witch, whatever they called her. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, they almost like blew it out. Like, you know, don't worry, we got her. We got to worry about you, Mr. Strange. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like it's like they were so cocky, but the way they went out was I don't know. I don't know if I liked it. I don't know if I didn't like it.
Yeah,
of course it was comical. Yeah.
But Thorough's saying he's breaking down Illuminati, so make sure you guys are subbed up to keep it Thorough. See? He's going to tell you why. So there you go.
Can't wait to watch that.
Now, this is for both of you guys, and this is the last thing. This is why I want to leave it. So guys, trust me, there's other spec that you could pull out of this, but without doing like a deep dive, I didn't want to bring it up because we don't like to just throw things against the wall. Hope they stick. I like to do a little bit of research. But there was an extra chair in the Illuminati that was left empty. Was that Doctor Strange's chair that they just never filled again? Or was it somebody else? A lot of people in the chat are saying the Illuminati's done in that universe, the 838, but not done anywhere else. And I'm a strong believer of that as well. So I don't know if I'm looking into the extra chair too much, and this is just done. I mean, Jay, I know you didn't see it, but I kind of set it up for you. Do you think that was anything?
I don't know, man. I really got to see it to judge it. I know I'm busting balls, but I definitely want to see it. I'll tell you what I was most disappointed in. With all these talks of all these different cameos, everyone was like, oh, this guy, that guy.
Yeah.
I think the most disappointing is no Brother Voodoo, man. Like, that's the character I would want to see.
Say that.
That's the character I would want to see most take over as Sorcerer Supreme. Like, listen, Wong's cool. I don't want to see him as Sorcerer Supreme. No, if he would have passed the reins on a Brother Voodoo dude, that would have been insane. Like, all the X-Men talk, everyone was getting hyped up. I kind of had a feeling with all the rumors, how much could they pack into one movie? You know what I mean? Like, go through all these characters. There was talk about the X-Men animated series cartoon being shown. This guy, that guy, Ghost Rider. But, man, if they would have showed Brother Voodoo, I thought that would have been dope, man. And they could have just moved forward with him as the Sorcerer Supreme. But, hey, listen, it is what it is, right?
I was disappointed by that as well. You know, towards the end, I was kind of like, we've been talking about cameos this whole. I don't think I was expecting to see like one or two. As they zooming through the multiverse, I was surprised by. I was immensely surprised that there was no. I don't know if they're gonna call him Voodoo or Brother Voodoo. I was definitely surprised by that. So, Guy, any thoughts on that empty chair?
How'd you like Tom Cruise?
Yeah, Tom Cruise was great.
He was good, right?
Bang up job.
Yeah. I mean, Jay, you got some music that kind of helped out in your reference to the X-Men '97 and stuff like that. So when you watch it, just look out for that. But listen, I don't know. I don't know. Empty chair. Was it? People are saying, I don't know whose chair. I was trying to read the chat and see what people. But who knows? Who knows? I don't know if it was meant for something like that. I don't know if it was meant to look into it. Was it Strange's chair? It's just that's what it was. And obviously they have the statue outside for him, and he's not there. But I don't know.
So Chinmo is saying that Brother Voodoo's brother shows up. Did you guys catch that?
I didn't. Okay. Yeah. You know what? There was that's he's right. I didn't even think about that. He is right though. I was not sure who that was, and if you're saying that's who it was, it does make sense to me now.
At Carmitage?
Yeah, at Carmitage. There was, and there was Sarah Wolf was the character that was spec'd on, but she had a quick exit.
Yep.
Let's leave it at that. But saved the day. I will say that she did save the day. So, that's it, guys. I don't want to. I didn't have enough time to really get deep into this, and I wanted Jay to see it as well. So maybe he'll try to see it this week. I don't know. Maybe I can convince him to go see it, and we'll do a little bit of a deeper dive. There are a couple other little elements that I want to research a little bit more, but there wasn't a ton of spec. There wasn't a ton, but enough that are important pieces, I think. So let us know what you think.
Let me ask you guys this.
Yeah.
Because from what I get, this is not the movie that's going to set up the next phase. Right? This is not the movie that's going to set up phase 5.
Well, it lays the groundwork for what's to come in Secret Wars, clearly, but it's not a bridge, right? It's definitely not a bridge, but it is definitely giving you a small glimpse into the the distant future, which is cool. I'm okay with
it. Okay, so here's the question: we didn't spend much time in the actual multiverse here. Okay, right. We got glimpses and we got drips and drabs. We got more of multiverse than Spider-Man, honestly. And in Spider-Man, I think that laid more groundwork to if you break that down. They mentioned how oh my God, Sam Jackson. What the fuck is his name? Fury. They mentioned how Fury has been off the planet for a year, and Peter was so surprised. Like, what are you talking about? I was just with him. Like that I think laid more groundwork to what's going to be coming out than this movie did, honestly.
I could see that. Yeah.
What do you
see what you're saying?
So, all right, because then what I'm thinking is Guardians was going to bridge that gap, right? Guardians 3, but it doesn't even sound like that will bridge that gap. If, maybe unless they do two types of things where it's going to be cosmic and then it's going to be something else. You know what I mean?
I think the cosmic stuff is just gonna kind of be its own. I think the multiverse stuff will just be inserted breadcrumbs throughout these next few movies and shows
where they need it,
and just it's gonna get you used to it because it can. Let me tell you, what they did with Doctor Strange was there was small plot holes, and I'm not mad at it because it's a comic book movie. Comic book have plot holes all the time. You know, it is what it is. But I do think they'll just insert multiverse pieces here and there throughout. You'll get it again in Doctor Strange 3. That'll be important to it. But the cosmic stuff, I think, is going to remain kind of on its own. I don't know. I don't know. I got to see more. I need like one more installment of something before I make that decision. But I'm excited, dude. I saw a lot of people in our private chats. I don't want to do a full review. I saw a lot of people in private chats weren't as high on it as I feel like me and Guy were. But I'll tell you right now, this felt like an MCU movie. It felt like more of an MCU movie than anything we've seen in Phase 4 so far. And honestly, I could say that without even thinking twice. It felt like home. There were some corny parts, some cheesy parts, but it was super. It kept my attention from the first minute to the last minute, and I haven't had that in a long time in any of these movies that I've watched recently and any of the shows. I'll be very honest. So you could say what you want about it, but it was entertaining as fuck the entire time. So
yeah, there was only one part that I really didn't care for. That's all.
Which was what?
Even the Illuminati part, like I enjoyed.
Yeah.
Even though what happened with it was fine. But like that stupid fight between him and the other Strange at the end
with the
notes.
Yeah, I hated. That was stupid. Thank God it was only 30 seconds long.
What was the point of that? What was the actual point of that?
It was like a Fantasia throwback, Jay.
Whatever.
It did like a Fantasia fight.
Jay, you got pure Disney at the end of the movie like that, like Fantasia.
Dude, there's so many mixed reviews on it. Like I want to see it, but I just don't got time, and I'm not. I'll just wait. I'll let you guys know when it comes out on Disney Plus, or if I get an off night one night when I have absolutely nothing to do, I'll go check it out, and I'll let you guys know.
We're gonna meet Jay. Jay, you're gonna call us. We're gonna meet you there and go watch.
You know what though, dude? I like America Chavez, man. Everyone's saying she did a bang up job, and you guys are saying it's back to an MCU movie. I'm on board with that. So that's
it's your cup of tea. I'm telling you right now. You're gonna like it. I know you may not love it, but you're definitely gonna like it more than probably most of what you've seen so far in Phase 4.
I think that you like the horror-esque part of Wanda. I think that was really.
Yeah, dude. Listen,
Jay, you know I don't like that stuff at all.
Yeah, Wanda's a badass character, dude. I just can't wait to see her with Magneto, dude. You know what I mean? Like
we can only hope.
If Wanda's that badass and that strong in the MCU, I can only imagine what Magneto will be like. You know what I mean?
Dude, that's one thing it did show is how powerful she was when she just mopped up the Illuminati like they were nothing. Like honestly.
Yeah. Oh my God, it was crazy. A little bit nerfed, but I'm okay with it. They did it was necessary. It let you know how strong she is and the Darkhold is, right?
Yeah.
So it was pretty good. The last thing I'll say is, and I want to leave it to this. I didn't want to make the chat go crazy, but they referenced hell twice in this movie. That's all I'm gonna say. Well, America opened up a little dimension that looked a lot like hell to try to banish Wanda to, and then the variant of Christine Palmer said go back to hell or something along those lines. She was using that little goblet thing that in Doctor Strange 1 he didn't know how to use, which banishes you to hell. And we had the souls of the damned. So a lot of hell references. I don't want to say the M word. I don't want to say Mephisto, but heavy vibes. Heavy vibes of that. I'll just leave it at that. That's why I didn't want to speculate on it, but if you guys have seen it, you know what I'm talking about. So, all right, I'm all specced out. Anything you guys want to talk about before we get the fuck out of here?
Yo, great job, Matty. I'm putting up the spec reel today, guys. That was Matty all by himself. He had no help this week. Yeah, that's it, man. Till next week, right? What do we got on next week? What are we gonna do? Defects discuss?
I don't know. I guess we'll discuss that over the next few days. Maybe we'll do a discuss. There's a couple of topics we probably want to talk about. So
What do we got coming up this week? Friday night. Friday night's gonna be a good night.
Yeah, go ahead. Anybody? Jump on it. Go ahead.
Guy, you coming? Trivia.
Go ahead.
Miss Bird City Comics nearing Nirvana. We're going to be on the show doing a little 3-on-3 battle action trivia. Can't wait for that. Saturday's the swap. You know, that's going to be a great time. We'll be in the lounge drinking it up. What else do we got coming up? June, we got BronxCon, guys. Once the 3-man swap's over and we stop promoting that, we'll start bumping up BronxCon. That's going to be a great time down on Tremont Avenue in the Bronx. Come hang out. A ton of great books there, too. And then we got Terrificon, which I can't wait for. That's a fucking 3-day party right there.
Weekly reviews. I don't know if you mean like actual comic book reviews or New Comic Book Day show preview, which we do. We do it in the middle of the show or at the end of the live show. We just did it a few minutes ago. So, yeah, like Cerrone's putting in there. Don't forget about the Jeehyung Lee link. The Gumaa KickStarter is out tomorrow, 7 p.m. Pacific. Guys, we reviewed it at the beginning of the show. If you didn't see it, go back and watch it. That's all I could say. It was very, very good. The link is in the description. The link is just put in the chat by Cerrone. Guy, anything before we get out of here?
No, great show. Another week in the books, guys.
All right. So 168 of you in here. We love all of you. Please hit that thumbs up if you can. If you're new to us and you're like, who are these 3 fucking idiots? Hit the subscribe button. You can find that every week on Monday night live. When we go live every week. Monday night, 9 p.m. Eastern. That's it. That's all I got, boys. It'll be fun to see some of you on Saturday, and we'll catch you next Monday.